On March 17th, Ryan Foote got the chance to speak in Chile at the Latin American Blockchain Accelerator Kickoff event, also known as LABS for short. And if you've been following HUMBL, you should know that by this point, Ryan Foote is looking to expand his company across the globe, and currently, his main focus is in the Latin American region. So giving speeches at conferences like this really helps to put HUMBL on the map. And man, I love Brian Foote, but after he took a selfie of everyone at this conference, he's really given me some Dracula vibes in this photo for some reason. And as stated in a recent tweet, Brian said that he was going to use the lab's speaking opportunity to announce a new project called Search 3, which he's claiming is one of the world's very first blockchain-based search engines. So in this video, I'm going to go over this announcement and some more context around it. And then I'll also be covering a newly released blog article that came out on Friday, March 18th. So if you're an investor in HUMBL and want to stay up to date with everything HUMBL related, I try to make these videos as easy to watch and as entertaining as I can. So please drop a like on this video to show your support. And if you're really feeling saucy, make sure to subscribe, as it really does mean a lot to me and tells me that you guys like this kind of content. And of course, it pushes this video out to more people. So if you want more people to know about HUMBL and what kind of a company they are, it really does help. Anyway, let's get right into the update. In regards to this new Search 3 project, HUMBL announced that it is already well underway on building the technology needed to create such a feat, which is expected to ship to the global markets sometime in the first half of 2022, which is actually approaching pretty quickly. And another thing this tells me is that HUMBL has definitely had this project in the works for what I imagine over the last year or more. But it makes sense that they wouldn't have wanted to talk about this project too early, as all that would have done is generate hype, which would have been followed by absolutely no new project for a year. So it makes sense why they would have wanted to keep this under wraps for as long as they could, and waited roughly 3 months ahead of its launch to announce it. So yeah, this was actually a really nice surprise that seemed to come out of nowhere. I mean, in no way was I expecting HUMBL to create a fully blown search engine, but here we are. And to be honest, if you think about it, HUMBL is a Web3 technology company, so I guess it makes sense that they would want to branch out and explore as many different tools as they could around the context of Web 3.0. And as usual, let's see what Brian Foote had to say about all this. The challenge of building a decentralized Web3 that is still easily discoverable, well organized, and verifiable on the blockchain for users is both groundbreaking and exciting. And to continue, also weighing in on the matter, Alfonso Arena Jr., who is currently the vice president of HUMBL Blockchain Services, said, "We view Search 3 as a simple discovery layer that provides verifiable blocks of information on top of Web3. We want to quickly discover users to both authenticate results and actionable transactions on top of the Web3 blockchain economy." And Search 3 is currently being spearheaded by the newly formed HUMBL Blockchain Services division in conjunction with Zaya, which is actually HUMBL's newly acquired technology company based out in Mexico. So what exactly is Search 3 going to provide? Well, in addition to delivering traditional Web 2 search functionality such as web, videos, images, and news, which is basically the version of the internet as we know it today, Search 3 will also deliver cross-chain NFT search functionality across blockchain projects like Ethereum, Solana, Polygon, and Blocks. The search engine will also make available verified by Blocks technology, an additional layer of metadata, storage, and authentication that can be applied to both physical supply chain and digital objects like NFTs. And as part of this launch, HUMBL has acquired the domain name search3.com, where it plans to host its Search 3 consumer search engine. And currently, HUMBL's in the process of filing a Search 3 technology patent and has actually already filed a trademark on the term Search 3. So if you were wondering if Search 3 was just going to be a small search engine within HUMBL's ecosystem, you'd be wrong. They're literally building out a full-fledged search engine on a separate domain that should be able to stand apart from HUMBL's platform, which is honestly really cool to see. And if we check out HUMBL's blog, we actually get the chance to check out some more crucial information. Honestly, with all the recent announcements of Search 3 and this blog post, which I'm going to go over, I feel like this probably has to be one of the most significant HUMBL updates we've had in a long time. So in this blog, we get a basic overview of what Web 3.0 is and how the world is slowly on the cusp of this new version of the World Wide Web, with privacy, cryptocurrency, and blockchain technology being the core backbone of Web 3.0. And HUMBL has even given us a nice simple model of how their business is currently being structured. And as you can see, HUMBL is currently divided into 4 different parts: the consumer branch, which focuses on mobile wallets; blocks, which is the core of their decentralized technologies; their blockchain services, which is the commercial side of their business; and now we have Search 3, which of course is HUMBL's decentralized standalone Web3 search engine. And we even get a funnel of HUMBL's Web3 technology stack, where they laid out all the different layers of their business and what the purpose of each layer means into a simple find, use, verify, and transfer record methodology. Again, really cool to see, as it seems like things are slowly but surely coming together for HUMBL, and we're starting to get a bigger picture of everything that's happening. It also makes me wonder what other kinds of layers HUMBL plans to build out in the future as well. But I guess we'll have to wait and see for that. And in the last portion of the blog post, it's called out that companies like Coinbase and Brave are already starting to define what Web3 technology stacks might look like. And if you're curious, Coinbase is a platform where people can buy, trade, and sell cryptocurrency. And Brave is a new kind of browser that has privacy as a main focus, where users won't be targeted or tracked with ads. And the cool part here is that we actually get to compare this diagram with the previous HUMBL diagram that I showed you guys. So you can actually see not only what HUMBL is building out, but also how it parallels the layers of development for existing Web3 software. So overall, I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited that we're just beginning to enter the world of Web 3.0. HUMBL's really doing some incredible stuff here. However, I do think it's fair to call out that while getting a head start in Web 3.0 is definitely a great idea, it doesn't necessarily mean that the first to market product will always be the best. Competition in Web 3.0, I predict, is gonna get pretty fierce over the next decade. So it's really gonna take some exceptional products that'll have to make it to the top to outshine the rest. I mean, who's to stop Google from creating an entirely different decentralized search engine? Of course, an idea like this goes against everything Google stands for, and it's hard to see how an ad-driven mega corporation like Google would be able to be trusted in creating a privacy-first Web 3.0 search engine. But hey, weirder things have happened, I guess. Bottom line is, HUMBL's gonna have to create a really polished search engine here if they want it to stand the test of time over the next decade, when competition in this space is really gonna ramp up. So I think over the coming months, once Search 3 is finally released, it's really going to be interesting to see how it works, what kind of capabilities it has, and why someone would choose to use Search 3 over other search engines. But I guess we'll just have to wait patiently for the time being. Overall though, I think the net benefit consumers around the world would receive from a HUMBL product like this, and its potential, make this vision definitely worth pursuing. And that'll wrap up the video for today, guys. Thanks as always, and I'll catch you next time.